Today, I'm going to talk to you about how the Healmobile is shaping up for the future of the healing of the soul, the body politic and soul of who you are in the world and what you bring. And that means everybody in your world. And that's a big, big, big bowl of folks. So we're talking about the spiritual, and we're talking about the physical, and we're talking about holistic. The healing of ourselves, the self-healing mandate. That's what this is about. Self-healing. You're going to need it. Each of us are a work of art. We're a work of art that's precious, that's glorious. When people look at it, they get inspired. When people look at you, they get inspired. That's how life should be. Happy to see you. Glad you're here. What can I learn from you? What can you teach me? Why is this experience such a blessing in my life right now? This is how we're going to have to live with each other. This is the only way, I think. One of the only ways we'll be able to live successfully with different groups, because that's who we are. Various groups with all kinds of background. And we want to be able to come to one another for what it is that we're known for, what it is that we brought to the world, and people know that, oh, yes, if you want that thing, go to that person. If you want that item, go to that group. And so we're learning a lot these days, aren't we? We're learning a whole lot about what it is we have to do in this world. I'm talking about living in the US of A, where there's an adolescent energy that doesn't want to grow up. What do you do about that? They say you shouldn't mix politics with service and what it is you're doing here. Just keep it clean. What it is you're doing here, Niyama? What's the Healmobile for? It's the Overground Railroad journey. That's what it is for. And that's probably why it's hard for me to separate it all out. Because we are on an overground journey, overground railroad, uh, not a subway line, but it's a voyage. And the voyage is taking us from the state of passive imprisonment to a state of wondrous, miraculous liberation, freedom of health, freedom of life, freedom of what's in here, the mind, freedom of thought, freedom of expression. And so, as a work of art, you will be able to express yourself fully. Why? Because of the art. ART stands for Aromas, Reiki, which includes other forms of hand healing, and tapping. And all of it is facilitated by transformative conversation, transformative talk, as Reverend Henrietta Bird calls it. So that's what we want to do. We want to just be at peace with ourselves, offer peace to the world, take our time building this new transition space that we're in. I was in the Trainer Central platform before. I've moved to a different platform called School. And so there, I offer all the courses, I offer all the services. I offer the masterclass called Keys to Black Self-Love, Keys to Mastering Black Self-Love. A free masterclass is there, and a lot of no-cost goodies, and entryway into a world of a combination of social media and teaching platform. That's just what's going on the technology end. In the spiritual realm of things, I'm occupying a space of, I'm just so happy to be here. So happy to be in a space of, ooh, wow, I'm still alive and watching this world change upside down. How you like that? I don't like it. I don't like it really. And what I can do about it is be in my world in the way that I'm given to be in my world and being appreciative in that world, grateful inside of that world, softening the ground for who I be in the world as a spiritual warrior. And all of this is based on what I call the 9 principles for loving living. Not love your life, but loving, actively loving. Okay, it's a verb. Actively loving the life and the living of the life that you're involved in because it's not going to happen again. This is the only chance you get right here, right now. This is the only time you'll be able to watch the world change in front of you and say, my goodness, some short time ago, it wasn't like that at all. And look at it now. Look how quickly things change on a dime. That's what we used to say, on a dime, meant quickly. Things turn over. And so we're in that world again where things can turn over quite quickly. And it's happening to me. It's happening to you. I use my aromas. I use my Reiki, my presencing of the universal spiritual life force energy. When I go to bed at night, I just sit there and I recite the names of God. I recite all the good words about God that I can think of. And then that allows me to go to sleep. Then when I get up in the morning, I think about being grounded in the earth. I've arisen, really, literally. It's been a resurrection from the death of sleep. Whatever dreams I was having, they're gone. I'm not talking about whether they were real and whether that's the real life and whether this is the real life, but importantly, more importantly, it's about now I have a chance to be in this world again, this time right here, right now, where things are changing dramatically, drastically and dramatically. Things are changing quickly, right? And so, yeah, I let myself ground in the mornings. I feel the threads of my existence, the golden threads of what I'm made of, penetrating the earth and going down to the center of the earth. And this connects me to all that is. Because everything I pass along the way is shimmering a little bit more brightly. The roots, what do they call them? There's other words for roots. But all that matter under the earth. Because I've sent physically in my mind, imaginatively, sent down what connects me to the earth is reconnected. And thereby, I feel more grounded to get up and start my day. And then I might just do some tapping all along my face, just tapping away. And I might say, I'm gonna have a stupendous day. And I know it. And just be in that space of it being a stupendous day. And I find the oils that I want to put on. And I start my coffee or my tea. And then I put my oils in my coffee or my tea. And then I sit down and I look at my appointment book and see what appointments, who it is I'm going to see today. What blessing am I going to have today? And this is how we start our day, especially after you retire. Ah, and I contemplate being a grandmother to those who want to be a work of art. If you want to be a work of art, be a grandmother with me. If you want to be a work of art, be a grandchild with me. Be a mentee with me. I have a lot of experiences, loads and loads and loads. So this is a way of starting over again. It's 5 years post-COVID. There may be other kinds of lockdown, but we don't worry about that. That's not stopping anybody. That's not stopping us. We're working towards a certain point, and we're not allowing the adolescents to get in our way. We're laughing at them like the Native Americans do. Y'all are funny. Really? The problem is they have guns. And many people may be lost because they have guns. Or there are too many guns out here, taking away volition, taking away value of the person, of the human being. And some of us are making decisions based on guns and nuclear capability. So let's upgrade. Let's upgrade who we are being. Let's just take a moment. Breathe in the salt of the sea. Breathe in the salt of the sea. Those lights above are going to go out. And it's a new day. And this day may take a little while, may take a minute. But that's why we're here, to be a participant in this change, in this transformation. And it's really okay. There's shadows. You see that shadow before? Shadows come and go. There's corners in the rooms, unless we have one of them round houses. But there's always something beneath, because that's what the human being is about. Lots of stuff inside to be brought out. And that's what the tapping does. The aromas help you navigate it, and the Reiki helps you to just relax inside of it. So be a work of art with me, and we'll see what happens on the other side. Peace and blessings.